Welcome back to Resilience Builds. My name is Jake, and today we are looking at the 2019 Audi E-Tron Prestige. And help me do that, I have my friend Reggie. What's up, Reggie? How you doing?
I'm doing good, but how you doing, Jake?
Doing well. These things are brand spanking new. I could easily go and look up on an Audi website or something to give me more information, but what can you tell me about this Audi E-Tron? What's so special about it?
Well, first of all, for me, what's special is the look. It does not have a esoteric look which is going to make it stand out from all the other combustible engine cars. It looks just like a regular Audi with some details that you can understand. It's a little bit different in terms of like the front end of it. It doesn't really have a full grille. If you look down, it has like maybe the middle section is where there's air intake, but that's mainly for cooling purposes. But the rest of it looks like a regular either Q6 or Q7 mid-range in that regard.
Yeah, which is really interesting. We were talking about that earlier. If you took the badges off this just looks like, the best, Audi SUV you could personally buy. So in a way, it almost has kind of like a sleeper vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And the main draw for me on this particular vehicle, because I was looking at several other electrical vehicles, luxury, because that's me. I won't get a Volt or a Nissan Leaf.
Yeah.
Is that this car has the look. The name Prestige is well labeled in terms of the appointments on the inside, but the outside look with the 21-inch wheels, the wheel rims make it have that kind of executive or prestige look on the outside, which is really nice. But yeah. I like it because it's got a ton of gadgetry, all internal in terms of computerization and electronics. That's not in your face when you see it, but when you turn the vehicle on, it actually talks to you. There's a little musical tone that comes on.
Oh, there you go.
The lighting on the inside, and everything you need is within reach.
Oh, that's so nice. And like you're saying, that being the luxurious man you are, these little touches really can add to the comfort of the car. And that's what we're going to jump into the interior here especially. Reggie, walk me through this beautiful dash.
This is a remarkable, it's a three display screen dash console. So you're looking at your steering wheel. Obviously you have the, date, time, and you can switch the type of windows you have here for both how much kilowatt consumption you're putting in when you press down on the accelerator.
Oh, crazy.
To the far left, it tells you about what's going on in terms of how much juice you're actually putting out when you step down on it. And you may see all the way here at the number 100%, there's a boost function. That's if you wanted to be really crazy stupid and take off. You can.
Oh, jeez.
It's almost like a launch function where you'd have your foot on the brake and you hit it and boost, and it would like slingshot you.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting. But the display is very user-friendly. You have a heads-up display right on the windshield that you can see from my vantage point. And then when you come over here, you have what's called the MMI system, which is a multimedia interface. And there's a home button here that right now I have a jazz station on in terms of...
Oh, and it's smooth. It's some smooth jazz.
The very bottom display screen is strictly for climate control. And if you're going to check this out, this is neat. You have heated seats, cool seats, and if you touch the icon on the seat display, you can get what's called seating settings and massage. These seats will massage you both seats, which is just too neat. So again, another gadget that I wasn't anticipating, but oh boy, do I like it. These little paddles like you normally have in some cars. This one doesn't work exactly the same way. if you're wanting to get more efficiency on your braking, because you have reactive braking that recharges the batteries,
Yeah.
you can hit the left negative button and it gives you accentuated recharge braking. And this one is if you want to pump the juice up in the car.
There you go.
So it's pretty neat.
The last cool little gadget that I actually had found and pointed out that, I don't know, I just thought it was so cool. This thing charges wirelessly your phone.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
Totally. And if you shut the car off and open the door, the car says, "You have left your cell phone in the car."
Oh my gosh.
So you can't like mistakenly leave it there.
Woo! Wow. Oh my gosh.
I know, this is insanity.
So people who have been actually watching my channel, I've talked about, because most of the cars I have personally gotten to drive and that my friends have allowed me to drive and review, they've all been turbocharged. I've talked about this idea of, when the power finally comes on, it's smooth and it pushes you. This is like if I took that power band and I could just put it anywhere. This thing is pushing you. 0 to 60 is so much more repeatable and so much more fun. That corner that we just took, this thing's planted. I can feel the weight transfer to the outside of the vehicle, but very little body roll. Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's like being in a nice setup Miata, except you're in a car that, is almost 3 times the weight. So if this is the future of electric vehicles, America, this is a pretty sweet future.
Oh, I love it. And I hope that we do. I hope that we all become more self-conscious about the ecology of the planet, and how might we be able to, because one person can make a difference, that we might be able to make the transformation. I will tell you that the American auto industry has already bit the bullet and has drank the Kool-Aid on making the shift. They recognize what's forthcoming. And we're just glad to be a part of it.
Yeah. So Audi E-Tron, you're doing some amazing things. It will be fun too to look back on these early electric cars and we're saying, oh, they're so great, this is so amazing. Well, we've now had 100 years of internal combustion engine. So what is now also exciting is to, me being 25, to hopefully get another 50 plus years of hybrid and electric, but also hybrid electric performance.
There it is.
All right, so ironically, we are at a gas station, which Reggie will never have to go to again.
Jake, this is the port for your charging cable. And what I like about what Audi did for this one, most of these you have to open and it'll swing out like so.
Yeah.
This one, you simply touch this button.
Oh, what?
It comes down like that. There's your
that
charging
is
port.
Cool.
And when you're actually charging the vehicle, you have to actually put the charging cable in there and walk away. When you come back, you simply now push the button. It will disengage the cable, and then it does this.
There you go.
Hush.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Tony Stark SUV. That's so rad.
that totally is.
One thing as well that was cool you talking about, those charging cables are really adaptable. You're telling me like they can take from a 110 volt port. I mean, it sounds like you have a setup in your home, but also those quick charging ports. Something I think people are maybe iffy about turning to the electric world is, walk me through, how do you get gas? How do you get electricity, quote unquote?
Fantastic. The term that they like to use in the EV community is called distance anxiety. In a vehicle such as this, and you're thinking, well, I don't need gas, what if I need power?
Yeah.
Well, you have, in these vehicles, you have a map program that when you get ready to drive anything that's greater than your normal driving range for the battery charge, a display comes up on the screen. It tells you where literally all the public charging stations are from your destination from point A to point B. If you're at home, if you don't have a home charger, which I happen to have, they have a charging cable that allows you to plug this into a 110 outlet.
Yeah.
The only disadvantage of that, you have to leave it there for a couple of days because it's too slow. But if you get a NEMA 150 outlet, it gives you 240 volts. You can then give what's called, giving them a plug, a juice box charger or a charger. And what that does, it gives you a 6 to 7 hour charge. So you literally can drive, do what you got to do for the day. When you get ready to go to bed at night, just before you close out, come down, plug your car in, go to bed. When you get up in the morning, full charge. They recommend that you don't charge these 100% when you're just doing local driving. They recommend for the battery life extension to do it at an 80% charge.
Yeah.
But you can fluctuate it from 80 to 90 to a complete 100%.
There you go.
If you're at a public charging station, you have a charging cable that will allow you to get 150 kilowatts in 30 minutes of charge where you get fully charged. So you can be on your driving distance, whatever you're doing, you decide to pull over, get a bite to eat, the car will map you to the nearest charging station that has those food facilities. You simply pull in, plug it in, go eat. By the time you come back out, you have 100% charge.
Good to go. Which is a huge thing. And Reggie and I were talking about an interesting thing in American culture is this almost necessity to, oh, we got to have this right now, instantaneous, this hurriedness. And what's interesting if you travel is that has definitely not, as a parent in other countries, especially European countries, there's a little bit more patience with travel. And this idea of like, oh, if I'm going to gas up, I'm going to go get tea, or I'm going to go get coffee, or I'm going to hit the cafe. And at least in my time traveling, it's just a totally different way. It's very relaxing. And it also, I think, eliminates a lot of hurry in that person's life. So that's also so cool about this is, I imagine, we're talking about, oh, if you head to the Y, they got a charging port right there. You just work out and you come out and you're filled.
You're done.
Oh.
I mean, it's easy peasy. It does take a mental adjustment, but once you have a vehicle such as the Audi E-Tron, that's just one of the many examples, you won't go back.
Well, Reggie, thank you so much for your time and bringing out this beautiful 2019 Audi E-Tron. COVID Air 5.
Air 5 for COVID-19 for you, brother. Anytime we can do this again at any time, and thank you for the opportunity to share an awesome vehicle.
Yes. Again, huge thanks. You guys will be seeing this here soon. Like, share, subscribe, and again, another big thank you to Reggie.